Nowadays, these modern digital cameras have what is called the camera modes that allows photographer to control all parameters of exposure, especially the shutter speed, aperture and ISO. And if you don't know what all these parameters are, then you can check the previous parts of the series to know what they are. Coming back to the camera modes, while certain camera modes can fully automate the camera exposure, there are also other modes that will give photographers the ultimate freedom to create images by providing manual controls for all the parameters of exposure. And in this part of camera basics, we will take a look at what these common camera modes are, what they do, and also how to use them. So without any further ado, let's get started. Most cameras have various type of camera modes that can be useful in different situations. Though in this video we will only be talking about the 5 common camera modes that you should know and use. Starting with the auto mode. If you are a beginner watching this video, odds are you may already be familiar with this mode. For those who don't know what auto mode is, this mode tells your camera to automatically choose the aperture, shutter speed and ISO for you based on the amount of light available. This camera mode can give you some really nice result in many shooting conditions with minimal efforts. However, you should keep in mind that you are not telling your camera what to do. Instead, the camera will be guessing as to what kind of settings to use. As a result, at times it may be a bit frustrating and can even screw your creative flow. And for that reason, there are other modes that might be appropriate for the kind of images you may want. Starting with program mode. You can find this mode on the top of your camera mode dial marked as P. This mode basically works like the auto mode in your camera, where it automatically chooses the aperture and shutter speed for you. But unlike auto mode, it allows you to edit all the auto-generated settings while giving you a little more control over all the other settings like white balance, ISO, focus and more. Program mode, being a basic camera mode, can still be helpful for all those people who just started photography and don't know how exposure triangle works, which by the way you can find the explanation video on over here. The next mode that we are going to learn about is the S mode on your camera mode dial, or TV if you are using a Canon or a Pentax camera, where TV stands for time value, or commonly on other camera system known as shutter priority mode. As the name suggests, this mode will let you choose the shutter speed on your camera and will set a automatic aperture value to give you a proper exposure. But don't forget to set the ISO by yourself to ensure the exposure is correct, or just set the ISO to auto so the camera can also do that for you. This mode can be a bit useful when you are shooting some fast-paced objects like in sports, where you want a certain shutter speed to capture that motion in a specific way to freeze or intentionally blur the subject without of course wasting the time setting all the other parameters. Though keeping in mind that whenever you are using the shutter priority mode, the shutter speed will stay the same at what you set it to, while the aperture will automatically increase or decrease based on the amount of light, giving you no control over the subject isolation as the camera is controlling the depth of field by itself. Talking about the depth of field, let's talk about aperture priority mode, aka aperture value or AV on other camera systems. This camera mode is very familiar to the shutter priority mode, but in this mode you will select the lens aperture by yourself and your camera will choose the rest for you. This mode can be a bit useful when you want to control the depth of field in your photographs, for something like shooting portraits, landscape, where the depth of field matters more than other parameters. Also, I and many other photographers use this mode like 95% of the time to capture our photographs, as you only have to control one parameter, and this way you don't waste time nailing all the other settings and invest more time capturing your perfect photograph. There is also another mode marked as M on your camera mode dial. This M stands for manual, and as the name suggests, manual mode gives you a full manual control over all the settings in your camera. This mode will let you fully take over the exposure controls, and photographers take pride in using this mode, as this mode lets them do whatever they want to do with their exposure. But one should always keep in mind that even though this mode sounds cool to use, you don't really have to use it all the time, as whenever you change your lighting, you will also have to change every other setting to make the exposure correct again. And I will only recommend this mode to you when you are in a controlled lighting environment, like say in a studio, or when your camera is having a hard time figuring out a correct exposure in extreme lighting situations, or when you want to shoot a long exposure or want to do some astrophotography. This mode will take a lot of time to get a perfect exposure compared to other camera modes, and in photography timing is way more important than the camera settings. I know it can be a bit overwhelming to use manual mode, as people believe think that shooting manual will only make you a good photographer, but that's not true. What matters more is the storytelling and the emotion that you capture through your photography. And guys, remember, photography can be complicated if you be too technical. So just go out and shoot without giving the emphasis on all the technical stuff. And if you want to, you can also check the full camera basics playlist over here, or maybe if you want to watch the next video, then you can click right here. And also if you want to, you can also subscribe to my channel over here. That was it for this video, guys. Till then guys, practice more, stay motivated. We'll see you next time. Peace.